Hey, my lovelies. Welcome to my channel. If you're new, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. My name is Kamoy. I want to thank you guys so much for clicking on this video. So today is a daily vibration for November 20th, 2019. Okay, so just keep in mind that today we're vibrating on the number 7. Today, before we jump into today's message or today's inspiration, as well as the breakdown of the vibration, my loves, I do want to remind you guys that first I go live on Fridays at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then my podcast is now up and launched and ready for you guys to go ahead and take a listen to. You can find all of the links to the platforms in the description box below. I actually just uploaded a new episode yesterday called Boundaries, which is something that we're going to be getting into today's wisdom. Okay, I'm not going to go through all signs. If you can notice, I do sound and feel a little congested today, so we do just have an overall message in today's energy vibration. So podcast up and stream and ready for you guys. Find the links in the description box below. I go live on Fridays at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so come on and check us out. Also, I'm working on the new Facebook platform for relationships, so you guys will be getting more information about that. If you're interested in your Shea Butter body bombs for the holidays, your gift packages, I'm putting those together, so email me if you want to pre-order. Okay, I'll send you all of the information that you need. Actually, right now, I don't even have makeup on. The only thing that I have in my face, and I don't know if you guys can see, only thing I have on my face is my Shea Butter Balm. That's it. I don't even have on, my eyebrows are not done. I do tweeze my own eyebrows. Okay, anyway. Even on my lips, I have some. I couldn't find my lip balm, and I think I'm going to make some lip balms, which is, I think I'm going to make some lip balms. And I also have it here because I've been blowing my nose. But anyway, so if you guys are interested in that, please let me know. Email me directly. All of that information will be in the description box, how you can find me via email, as well as my loves. Okay, the discount is still up and running for the 22nd of the end of the week, my loves. Okay, so you guys can find your love readings or your career readings. It's a birthday discount until the 22nd. So email me, okay, so we can get you on calendar to get your life coaching session plus your intuitive reading with me. Okay, all right, my love. So today we're vibrating on the number 7. Okay, let's just talk a little bit about what the number 7 is vibrating on, and then we're going to go into today's inspirational message. Okay, so the number 7, first of all, you guys know I talk about this in every video. Your intuition is always on point all day, every day. If you're able to tap in and pay attention to your intuition, it is always going to guide you. Okay, today you can find a day of introspection where you're looking internally and reflecting internally, which is really good energy because Mercury is in retrograde, and that energy is all about taking you within self. Okay, can I tell you that? Listen, we're going to get into that today, but definitely a lot of reflection within self has been happening, okay? Also, you do have peace in the atmosphere. You do have your emotions and your feelings. You're going to have to pay attention to those today, okay? Remember, everything manifests in this third dimensional realm between your emotions as well as your feelings, okay? So just be mindful about that, all right? You do also have deep contemplation in the atmosphere today. Once again, you want to be able to use that energy with the retrograde season for you to go in and pay attention to what adjustments you may need to make internally, okay? You may find it, if you slow down today and really tap into your feelings, you could find that there's a deeper level of understanding of others today, as well as your clairvoyance, aka your psychic ability, aka your intuition. You may find that to be even more on point today, very heightened. Okay, alchemy work is in the atmosphere today, so you guys want to be mindful to just be able to listen, right? Because remember, part of alchemy work is the discernment between the things that you can't see. How are you doing the alchemy? We're talking about spiritual alchemy here. How do you do spiritual alchemy? You first need to become familiar with the things that are not seen. Everything has an allegory. You have to become familiar with everything, okay? The things that you see with your eyes, as well as the things, most importantly, that you don't see with your eyes, okay? On the lower vibrational end of the number 7, we do have isolation energy. We have codependent energy in the atmosphere. This is why you're going to pay attention to your emotions and your feelings today. That's going to be very, very important, okay? You got self-righteous energy in the atmosphere. You also have argumentative, okay, energy in the atmosphere, prideful energy in the atmosphere, hypercritical energy in the atmosphere, as well as depression energy. So you want to be mindful about your feelings again, okay? Resentment and resentful energies also in the atmosphere. So you also want to be mindful and be open, okay, to whatever feelings or emotional arises, so you can go within, do that introspective work, so you can figure out, is this a Kamoy thing that I need to deal with, or is this you know, do I need to speak to this person about whatever it is I'm feeling, okay? Now, with that being said, I was in meditation and I pre-pulled some cards because the energy is real, and I know that I'm not the only one dealing with things as we are transiting through this energy. This is always about self-growth and awareness, okay, as well as self-love, which is important because you can't really give to another what you first don't give to yourself, right? So I've had a few incidents, and I don't know if I told you guys in any of these dailies, where I've been finding that I've had to block people, okay, which has led me on a path of creating new and healthy boundaries. So I'm starting to see that new and healthy boundaries is going to be needed and necessary as I transition in my walk, okay? With that being said, I had an incident that happened yesterday, and I was not, and I literally picked up the phone and started to type a scathing, nasty ass text message. Like I was going to let this person have it. Like I was going to lay this shit on the table. And it was two parties involved. So one of them, I could do the text message, right, which was all going to be about me because I wasn't expecting this person to respond to the text message. So clearly I knew that I would be casting my pearls to swine because I knew this person didn't give a shit. Like they do what they do, and it's really fuck you. It's very selfish and manipulative energy, you know, so they tend to do what they do. It's kind of like an energetic leech, okay? Which makes sense as to why these two parties get along the way that they do. Being sensitive to energy, and as you begin to just expand your consciousness, you start to see, and there's some people that even see the energy. You start to really see energy, and some of us that don't see the energy, or some of us that can't see energy, can feel the energy. You can literally feel when someone is draining your energy, okay? So began to send a scathing text message to this individual, and then I was going to confront the second individual face to face, and immediately my spirit started to work with me, and I started to ask myself the questions. Is this even worth it? Like, do I even really want to be bothered? Like, like what is all of this about? Like, I know that we're in retrograde season. What is this really all about? Being mindful, however, what really was going on, my loves, is that it was about boundaries. It was more about me establishing the boundaries. So I did not need to send a text message to this individual, or I did not need to confront the other individual. What I did need to do was create and establish boundaries. Okay? That's what I needed to do. I needed to create and establish boundaries. That was going to be important. Okay? So I did a pre-pull, and the cards that came out was the Hangman in reverse, clarified by the 5 cups upright. And this is past energy. Right now energy, we have the 9 of Wands, clarified by the 2 of Wands in reverse. Okay. In the future energy, you got the Death card upright, clarified by the King of Swords in reverse. Okay. All right. So let's just talk about this, because as I was doing this poll, it was really all about boundaries. So let's just even take a look at the past of what some of us is walking out of. Okay. Some of us are walking out of this situation where you've been feeling indecisive about things because of the loss, because of the pain, because of the regret, because of the disappointment. Some of you have even been in despair, so you haven't been able to make the proper decisions mentally, emotionally, maybe even financially for some of you, right? Now, the message for this is, right, as we're creating boundaries, healthy boundaries, we will need to walk through some fear. Okay? We will need to walk through some fear. That is going to be absolutely, absolutely important. You can't get around that. You're going to have to conquer and tackle your fear. Okay? You're going to have to do that. All right? That's not going to not be an option for you. Okay? That's the message. All right? That's past energy. We no longer have to sit in a place of regret or anxiety. When you start to walk through those fears and create those boundaries, you don't have to fear that. And can I just also let you know, people that are used to you just giving in will not like your new boundaries, and your new boundaries will be tested. Okay? In your right now energy, you have the 9 of Wands energy, which is intuitive energy. And this energy is more like you feeling like your faith has been tested, like you feeling like everything may have been fucking snatched from under the rugs. Some of you may even feel like the wind just got knocked the hell out of you. This card is all about having courage, right? Having courage, because some of you, your future plans right now, you feel like there may not be future plans. You may feel like, what future plans? That's because you're afraid of the unknown. And this is where your lack of courage, or maybe where you feel your faith is being tested, because you're being asked to have courage, but some of you are afraid of the unknown. That still goes back to working through your fears. And this can be in a relationship, this can be in a job situation, this can be in a romance situation. Okay? So right now it's asking you to walk through what you got to walk through. Have the courage. Have the faith. Don't be afraid of the unknown. Don't be afraid of the unknown, okay? You need to be able to bring love into every situation. So there's a difference between establishing healthy boundaries, right? And establishing boundaries because of your ego and your pride. There's a difference. There's a difference with establishing healthy boundaries and establishing boundaries because you're afraid. There's a difference. This spiritual walk does not mean necessarily people walking all over you. That's not what this means. It's not a people walk all over you situation, right? When you start to understand your spiritual sovereignty and your spiritual power, you can just cut shit down right away. You don't have to entertain hours of conversation for lower vibrational shit if you don't want to. That's not something you have to do. So in your right now moment, as your faith is being tested or strengthened, is what I would say, as you're being asked to have courage, you need to bring love into the situation, even though you may be afraid of the unknown because you're walking through your fears, right? It's also asking you, don't be prideful as you're doing this, though. Okay? And this is what I'm telling you. If any of you haven't checked out my podcast, Boundaries, I just uploaded that yesterday. Check that out because I talked about that. I talked about my ego really wanting to react, right? But you can't get caught up in your pride, because pride is like still directing that energy in unuseful places, right? My pride would have got me all caught up in sending a text message that I really didn't need to. Bringing love into the situation for me means creating my healthy boundaries. I don't have to necessarily report to you what those boundaries are. But when you do circle back, please know that they'll be there in full attack, right? Especially because I know to reach out and have a conversation with you would be wasting time. Okay? Now, for the future outcome, or the final outcome, or the overall outcome of all of this, it is saying that there's an end coming to some things, and this is where the boundaries coming in. And with this King of Swords in reverse, honey, listen. For some people, this is going to feel like it's abusive, because you will be severing and shutting things down like unapologetically. And you may even have to watch the way that you're doing this also, because you may come across a little aggressive when you start to shut things down, because people are going to test you, and they're going to test you, and they're going to test you, and they're going to test you some more. Okay? Know as you create your boundaries, right? Personal issues will be coming into resolution. You will be gaining resolution for your personal issues, as well as prosperity lies ahead. But you're going to have to walk through these fears. You're going to have to not get your pride caught up in this. You're going to have to bring some love, even if it's self-love, into this situation. You are going to have to shut some things down. And some people may think it's abusive. Some people may even think it's manipulative. Some people may even think it's manipulative. You may even see that you're the one not being manipulative, but you're dealing with someone with manipulative energy. And you're going to have to shut that down. Okay? This is a season where everybody's being called into the law of responsibility, which means that you're not only responsible for the energy that you put out, you're also responsible for the energy that you entertain. Okay? All right, my loves. Once again, today we are vibrating on the number 7. This is all about paying attention to your intuition, being able to be introspective, okay? Looking at self first, get into that place of center where peace resides. Paying attention to your emotions and your feelings today is going to be key, all right? Deep contemplation is going to be key today. Understanding of others is going to be key today, and this is going to probably help you to incorporate your boundaries, okay? Clairvoyance, intuition on point today. Alchemy is going to be required today. Transmutation is going to be required, but transmutation also asks you to pay attention to the things you can't see. Okay? Lower vibrational end of the number 7, we got isolation, codependent energy, self-righteousness, okay? Resentment and resentful energy, argumentative energy in the atmosphere, prideful energy in the atmosphere, and it's already telling you with your right now energy, it's telling you bring love into the situation. Don't let your pride get into the way. Depression and hypercritical energies in the atmosphere. So pay attention to how you're feeling today. Pay attention to the boundaries that you need to create today. Okay? All right, my loves. Y'all know how we do. We do the daily vibrational energy every day. They're uploaded at 12:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will start to put out your individuals today, so you should start to see videos going out today of your individuals. I might make it about boundaries because I feel like, yeah, that whole situation have me on this boundaries, like talking about boundaries. So with that being said, if you have not checked out my podcast, please do so. All the links will be in the description box below. I just uploaded a new episode last night titled Boundaries, by the way, and I think I'm going to title this one Boundaries also, so they kind of flow together. Join us on Friday nights at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We jump into the chat. We answer questions. So it's a group thing. So come on in and join the love. Stay tuned for the Facebook platform that will be coming to you soon. Also, I do have all the like stuff that I will be adding to Patreon. More a lot more spiritual stuff, a lot more relationship stuff. So working on that too. So you guys will have access to that when that's up and ready. And last but not least, two more things. Birthday specials will be ending on the 22nd. So if you're interested in a love reading or career reading, 45-minute coaching session / intuitive session with me, you guys can get those for $50 up until the 22nd, which is Friday. So, and then last but not least, my gift baskets for your shea butter body balm that I do make. Homemade. I do charge the essential oils that go into the mixture. So the body balm is fully charged. That is what I use on my overall body and my overall skin. I get a lot of requests about what do you use? What do you use? What do you use? I use my own mixture. So you guys can have access to that. If you're interested in doing it for a gift set for the holidays, please email me directly at the email address in the description box. So that is for your inner voice at gmail.com. The same way the channel is spelled is the same way my email address is at gmail.com. Okay, my lovelies, I love you guys much. Be kind to yourself. Do something kind for yourself. Love yourself. And I will see you guys in tomorrow's daily and your individuals this week. Bye, my loves.